Welcome back to my channel today, guys. So today we are going to hope that we can get this motor right here into this Infinity. What we're going to go ahead and do first is put this crossover pipe that is on the backside of the DE. It goes over and puts coolant into the heads. I think we had to order the gaskets. Completely forgot about it. And then I had to order some studs and nuts. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. Get all the hoses done, do all that, get that ready. And then next would be to get the clutch or the flywheel on, put the clutch together. And then I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in right after that. So I'm gonna get going. I realized I accidentally put the old, I have two crossover pipes. I accidentally put the old one on, so I just quickly took it off, put this one back on. I'm gonna switch the hoses that go right here from that old one over. And then I'm gonna do this pipe that crosses over. It's kind of a useless, hose. You can really just block them off, but I'm just gonna run them anyways just because that's how it was for right now. Cleaning this bracket mount that came off of the old motor because I don't want this oily piece of crap going on the new motor that's not oil up at all. Went ahead and removed the hoses for the thermostat and a piece that goes right next to this bracket right here. So I'm gonna go ahead, clean this up, and then I'll put this bracket and that other piece that runs the hoses to the water pump, put it on the new one, and then we're going to be pretty close to getting the motor into the car.
What you use to clean?
I'm using a heavy duty degreaser, commercial grade, because of how oiled these parts are. It's horrible, and this stuff gets it off, and stuff that won't get off, I'm going ahead and I'm taking some sandpaper to break it up, break up the oil that's been on there for a long time and getting it nice and good. Okay, went ahead and took this coolant pipe right here off of the old motor, put it on, took this bracket off, put it on. So this coolant pipe goes here and goes back around into where the thermostat sits right here, and it also goes back down here, and this hose plugs into the filter housing and is used as like an oil cooler technically. So, but I'm not gonna hook this hose up. I got one at home that's brand new from Z1. Same with a couple other hoses. We're getting pretty close to the point of putting this thing in the car. Just a couple more things that we need to check, make sure everything's right, and then we'll be getting it in. So I think we got a couple things, and then we're gonna put the clutch and the flywheel on and then try to set it in. I went ahead, took this bracket right here off, this pulley and this pulley, took them all off of the old motor right here, cleaned up the brackets as much as I could. This one's painted black and this one's painted black. Put them onto this new motor. So now it's starting to come together a little bit more. All right, so like I just showed you guys, I got these pulleys on and everything. What I'm doing right now is the garage is kind of a mess. There's a little bit of mess over here. I got a little bit of mess over here. I'm going to go ahead and clean up a lot of the garage just so it's ready. So when I swing the motor back and forth and do everything, I can get it into here easy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. and then it'll cut to me putting the flywheel on and getting the motor ready. Okay, I went ahead and I put this line from here all the way up to this. Now I'm going to drill these two holes out so the regulator can sit right there. There it is. It is in the car. Didn't think I was gonna do it. Then I said, screw it, I'm already here. Went ahead and did it. Did not record any of it. I used a chain that went from this header all the way over to this header over the top on the cherry picker, with a ratchet strap on the passenger side because it was uneven to pick it up. So it's in there, set down on the motor mounts, both sides, bolts in the bell housing, all good to go.